Do you suppose Black's children are as condescending and ill-tempered as he is? Frankly, I'd rather limit my...
Revelio. Oh. Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's going well.
Thank you, but it really wasn't...
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor...
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
She's always showing off about her puff.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember?
Levioso! There you go!
Now, well done. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Protego.
Protego. Hastings. What will be your first duel?
Only four students for this adept.
You're good. Now the stupid phone.
How do you enjoy life with you?
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to...
Thank you, Professor Hecat.
If what I've seen today is any, I demand excellence from my students. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards...
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep... Again, well done. All right, that's enough spectacle for one.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft. Then again,
In fact, it was.
perhaps be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires, you know, you might be a...
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. Whether it's joining a secret duel, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today... Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
To the awning.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professor... Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour. I'd wager there's a good deal...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details.
That's correct, Professor.
Regardless, you must continue to... In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your
Professor Ronan did
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet... Now, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here.
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed one.
There's an Ollivanders in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Mr. Ollivander is a genuine... I would trust no one else to pay.
I'm eager to get to Hogs.
Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a He'll keep you well clear of any of...
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his... Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, no time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the...
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm fixes things right up, makes a broken object...
It seems...
more frequently than... As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one. A number of your professors...
I'll start on the task right... Revelio! This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments,
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around. Let us give the old mending charm a try then. Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio.
I need to stop by the outlet.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
Just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting.
If I have the time, I may look.
I've been racking my...
Revelio.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
My family has been sorted into Ravenclaw. Bit of a bookish lot, one might say.
Father says it's a good way to get out our frustration.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Revelio.
It's astonishing to me that the 5 lads I share a dorm with don't accumulate half the mess my one sister makes at home.
You stayed up almost the entire night. Oh, wait till I'm old enough.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Revelio.
Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, I'm inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Revelio.
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look.
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Like we already made.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go round telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I still can't manage to craft bigger.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
Revelio. Accio.
Mr. Moon. He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Guys. I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place, I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
This blooming beard. Not again. I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent... And do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to...
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see...
I used to help.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, though, I don't believe it.
It's my first time in...
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it. How may I help you?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect...
You're the student she sent the out. I set your things aside immediately. Is it not the most...
A potion's
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake. As it's your first time in, I should mention that I also offer ready-made draft. But for now, what can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
My advice when dealing with underwater... Whatever more.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir.
Well, bravo. Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Только не играй без меня. И что твой факультет?
Toadstool tales always made me wretch as a child.
Not enough reflection.
Protego! Revelio!
No.
I spotted failure.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcraft. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, see in it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture, but a potty? Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian. Protego! I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually.
taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done!
He's faltering!